Howdy. Welcome back to MCubed. I am your host, Harris. As always, today is Tuesday. So, today is Movie Tuesday. I do apologize for the slow start. I had a couple of neighbors that wanted to do some talking, so we were doing some talking, catching up a little bit, things of the sort. But, today, we're talking Barbenheimer. We're talking about the feats that it has already achieved, the feats it may achieve, the feats that each individual Barbie and Oppenheimer film have achieved and will achieve, kind of the weekend box office in general, and the Monday box office. And then, there's a couple other little fun details to talk about. And if anything else comes up, we'll talk about it, If anybody wants to bring something to the table, we shall heed the call, something like that, Here, I'll drink this water while we get the intro going, because we do have a great intro for today. No, never mind. I thought it was Movie Tuesday. It's Monday and Thursday. I lied. We have a normal intro. Beautiful, huh? All right. Barbenheimer. Have you seen it? What do you think of it? What do you think of each individual film? What do you think of the weekend as a whole? And just where is your mind at the moment with Barbie and Oppenheimer, aka Barbenheimer? Because it was a bit of a special weekend. Each one of those films were both expected to do very well and just blew those numbers out of the frickin' water with how well they actually did. And that was beautiful to see. Not only was it a successful weekend, but Barbenheimer is the fourth most successful box office opening weekend of any films ever. Only being beaten by, it got the total domestic United States growth was $301 million over the weekend. That's including that's just the weekend. Third is Infinity War weekend was $312 million. Only beaten by $1 million by Star Wars The Force Awakens with $313 million. And the number one box office opening weekend of all time was Endgame. Avengers Endgame, of course, with $401 million. And that makes sense because it's 10 plus years, 12, 15 years essentially. 23 films, a giant culmination of things. That makes sense. Infinity War, Star Wars The Force Awakens, both those are essentially fitting that same bill in their own way. Barbenheimer, yes, it's not one individual film, but the weekend itself doing this with two films completely come up like from scratch, essentially. Of course, Mattel has been doing it for a long time. Not films, at least. They've been making products for a long time. And Oppenheimer is a story that's been known for the last, 2 generations of humans. But it was two independent filmmakers making larger studio films, yes, but two independent filmmakers that are very independent with almost every sense of the word. They're not making indie films, but they are independent filmmakers in a lot of ways. Our tours, both, they are, I think, what we need to look at as a film industry and film viewers and the people that pay into the industry. I think that this is a weekend that we should all very much look back at, try to herald in the future. And I just think it's a pivotal weekend in filmmaking. There's a lot going on. There weren't any actors actively advertising this anymore. There have been, but there were not any at the moment that this was coming out. They'd not been doing it for a little over a week, I believe. No advertisements, nothing like that. So there weren't new syndicates. There wasn't anything like that. This was strictly all on people just going out and on their own volitions to the movie theaters, which is awesome. This is exactly what we want as film lovers, as movie lovers, How do we continue something like this? Because let's just go ahead and go over the weekend. So this was what the weekend made. Barbie, of course, domestic totals here. Barbie made $155 million domestically, United States. Oppenheimer made $80 million domestically, U.S. Sound of Freedom made $20 million US, of course. Mission Impossible 7, Dead Reckoning Part 1, $19 million. And Indiana Jones, The Dial of Destiny, Indy 5, made $6.7 million. That is 4 out of the top 5 making $20 million, essentially. I know Mission Impossible 7 was a little less than $1 million shy of $20 million, but your top 4 films are making $20 million in the weekend. Like Sound of Freedom and Mission Impossible still had damn good weekends. Yes, Mission Impossible, I believe, was a 68, 69% drop-off, maybe even a little bit more than that, maybe a little less. Don't quote me on any of those numbers, at least, from its first weekend. But obviously, Barbenheimer was coming in, so that was that at play. But I think Oppenheimer and Mission Impossible will have better legs than Barbie. That is to be seen, though, because Barbie is very popular, and we've seen what kind of waves it's making, at least. Yeah, so I've talked about it the last couple months, how we've been struggling to get weekend box offices with the top 2-3 films making $10 million or more for the weekend. The last month, particularly, we have been discussing how the film industry needs some, not just like new life, not new blood necessarily, but new life breathed into it. And yeah, this is some new life in kind of an old sense. It's not necessarily bringing much new to the table, but what it brought new, that kind of like double opening weekend, that double header, which isn't necessarily new either. Double headers have been a thing. The impact this is having at the moment, within 4.5, 5 days almost now that it's the end of the day over here, it's immense. It's immaculate. It's pretty damn cool. I love to see it, and it really, I think, shows where we could be. And if we really come together as an industry and as humans, like literally, like this is a bunch of people that are just really excited to go see this. And it's not necessarily just the people in Hollywood and LA. In Hollywood and LA, in Hollywood and New York. Those were the top 2 markets. I believe the third market, for Barbie, at least is what I'm discussing, was Dallas. And I think Houston was number 6. Of course, I recognize those 2 because I'm a Texan at heart and always will be. I'm a Texan, I'm just a Texan at heart in California here. You know what I mean? But with those kind of numbers, it's insanity. I think it really leads to a good future for film. I think it might help herald in the demise of the streaming wars, because those essentially, like we talked about on Sidetrack a bit today, they're kind of over. It's Netflix won, Amazon Prime got second place, and everybody else essentially is clamoring just to survive. It's interesting. And I think film kind of won at the end of the day. Even Netflix is starting to put their streaming films into theaters. I wish they would have done that with Extraction 2. I wish they would have done that with They Clone Tyrone. I still need to watch that movie, by the way. I just know that they just put it out. I love me some Jamie Foxx and John Boyega. But yeah, what out of the films coming out for the rest of the year, of course, some are going to be delayed and moved around with all the strikes going on. But just like out of the ones that are coming out like close together, what would you piece together as like a double header or a double feature kind of thing? Because I think that might be a really cool way for Hollywood to really, I guess, yes, boost your competition in certain ways, but like, it's not a bad thing. Oppenheimer was going along with all this, and it got $5 million strictly from this past weekend off of people that weren't able to go see Barbie. What do you think Mission Impossible's numbers were because of that? Another 3, 4, 5 million? Maybe Indiana Jones the same? Like, one film is most likely to win, yes, but to have that really good, I hate to even use the term B film, because Oppenheimer is in no way a B film. Box office-wise, yes, I guess. To Barbie, yes. I think Oppenheimer could still outdo Barbie at the end of the day. It might have legs like Avatar: The Way of the Water did. It's not going to be that much money consistently, but it will be good money consistently. And it being rated R also helps. And it not being like a rated R horror movie or anything of the sort. I think that will help its legs a lot. So I'm trying to think of what would be a good doubleheader. Y'all let me know. Y'all let me know, because I think that's just an intriguing concept to have I don't like the A B level terminology thing I was going for. To have in first and second place, that I mean it just is more fitting. To have even a first, second. What if you had a triple header? What if you have like a little NASCAR thing where you have 1, 2, 3, or who is it? Formula One that does that? I don't know. I don't watch racing like that, but have like the one pedestal, second pedestal, third pedestal, and kind of know which way that's going to be. You know what might not be a bad idea if there are weekends like this where Barbie is one big studio's tentpole film coming out, Oppenheimer's another big studio's tentpole film coming out. It'd be cool to have independent film studios, indie studios like A24, like Neon, and obviously those are the two that come to mind at first, but like New Line Cinema maybe, or that's not really truly independent either. I was going to say Fox Searchlight, but that's not truly independent. You know what I mean. You get the gist of what I'm trying to say. It'd be cool to have a studio of that type of stature, not as huge, but still makes great projects, almost be heralded in third place there. I like seeing Mission Impossible in third place. I wish it would have made it more cash, but it'd be cool to have, I don't know, just thinking, this is just random like thought from like the beginning of this year and last year. These films did not come out at the same time, but you could have like, I know Everything Everywhere All at Once was January of last year, and Megan was January of this year. If they were both to come out in the same month, you could say Megan's the film that, oh, that was that Blumhouse? So that's a bad example because it is also a very small level film. Well, you get the gist of it. If Dune were to come out the same weekend as Everything Everywhere All at Once, just to keep that one there for an A24 thing, as Dune's a big old Universal thing. No, excuse me, Warner Brothers. And if Universal were going to bring out like another Transformers movie, then maybe play that marketing off of each other, have it pit them up against each other, but also like up together at the same time, if you know what I mean. And I think those could really do well. Maybe if we herald in not a way of filmmaking that's going to do that necessarily, but a way of marketing. If film marketing becomes a more of a fun competition, does that bring new eyes onto the film industry and not make it so much so if it's a fun competition and not everybody's so focused on, oh, LA bad, Hollywood bad, big studios bad, big actors bad, whatever, like no, there's a nuance to all of this. Let's find it, right? That's kind of where my brain's at, what I'm thinking. I don't know. It just makes my brain kind of go in a couple different ways. I like the idea of double features, triple features if there's a good independent film studio coming out with something that weekend. Like just I mean, what did I say? Dune, Transformers, and Everything Everywhere All at Once. If all three of those came out the same weekend, and maybe one sold out, okay, well, I'll go to this one here. After that, oh, okay, well, I'll go to the bathroom and get some popcorn, and I might hop into this one. Whatever it may be, I think it might be a good idea. Let's try to do it, y'all. I don't know. I've produced a couple plays, but I've not produced any movies or anything of the sort. So y'all movie producers, try it, or let's try it and bring me in there. I'll help you out from my limited knowledge. But yeah. I like the idea of a double feature, a triple feature, a double header, triple header per se. And I think it might herald in a new way of filmmaking if the films, of course, are more modestly budgeted and more efficiently and economically thought about. If the marketing can save some money as well by having like a marketing campaign alongside another film that's coming out that same weekend or the weekend before it or the weekend after it, I think we could really see some new cool things happen in old Hollyweird, in old La La Land. I think it and elsewhere. I think Nollywood, Tollywood, Bollywood, all those places could really look at this weekend, see how well it's done, and try to put something in their own effects in the works. I think so. Sorry, I had to clear my throat for a second. I don't need to subjugate y'all to all that nasty sound, which I have done before without realizing I was on a different microphone. I may have just done that. Now, after just thinking about it, I want to double check real quick. Okay, no, we're good. Y'all shouldn't have heard that. Let me know if y'all do. Oh, reduce mic background noise. Y'all, StreamYard's is coming up with some cool stuff. I'll be honest. There are a couple little things that they keep adding that, look, I'll show you real quick. Jamie and I try to point whenever there's more people, but whenever Jamie's in here, he's always trying to point, and it can never work. Look, did that do that? Did that do it right? Yeah, look, it just mirrored me. So now I think this is what it would look like in real life. Looking back at no, looking back at me, I don't, you know what I'm trying to say. The mirror, I wouldn't do well in the mirror dimension. It'd throw me off. I'd think I was drunk or something. I'd be like, what's going on? I kind of like that though. I don't know why. I just kind of like, that's so nice. I know where I'm fucking pointing now. I feel like a toddler that had just figured out like how to do thumbs up or something. Like that. I can't believe that's that like handy, but damn. So yeah, do you like normal or do you like mirrored better? There's also, I don't like this because I like to give it to you like as is, how life is. But this says touch up my appearance. See, I think it flattens my face out like nobody's freaking business. It's like a little filter. I don't like it. I look too prim and proper. I never want to look too prim and proper. But yeah, there's reduced background noise, echo cancellation, which I already have on. Automatically adjust mic volume. Oh, I didn't know that was on. Ooh. I should reduce background noise though, because I do have just a bunch of stuff going. Yeah. All right. Well, that's me figuring out my cool little technology things that are happening. Should I keep the non-mirrored version? Because currently, obviously, this is my right hand, but to me it looks like it still looks like my right hand because I know I'm just turned around mentally, but it's doing the opposite side. I feel like it's on. Yeah, it's over here. You know what I mean? The mirror thing. That might just be good. I might do that just to really screw with Jamie. Or I might just tell him and help him out on the weekends. Help him out on Sunday mornings and such. But while we're here, real quick, before we keep going on the Barbenheimer talk and everything, tomorrow morning, I think Jamie and I hope Matt's able to join as well. Should be coming in, and we're gonna do an hour and a half, 2 hour little, morning stream like we typically do. But instead of your typical Cinema Scope, I always want to say scope. Cinema Scoop Wednesday, we have a SAG-AFTRA actor, a member of SAG-AFTRA himself, Gregory Crafts, or Greg, as I like to call him, of course. He is not only a SAG-AFTRA member, he also owns 2 theaters and rents another one. Essentially owns it. He owns the company and owns all that. He just doesn't own the exact property. Super cool guy. Really laid back. I think it'll be good. I think he's a Dungeons and Dragons guy, so he'll be really fun. And he's coming on tomorrow, so we'll do a little interview of all that. We'll get him to explain himself, his history, his repertoire of everything he's done film wise and things of the sort. But yeah, I think it's going to be a really good hour and a half, 2 hours. Because I think Jamie is going live at 8 p.m. Is it GST, Greenwich Standard Time? I know it's 8 hours after us. So we're going to start at 10:30. He's going to have to leave by noon. And I think we'll probably try to wrap it up by then. There may be some extra news comes out that I just have to cover. But I think we may be pretty light on the quote-unquote news tomorrow for anything film-wise. And we're going to really just be delving into Greg and his thoughts on the strikes and everything, because he actually has been a picketing member on the front lines of the strikes. Not only that, he just went to San Diego Comic-Con this past weekend, or SDCC itself, and he's got an interesting perspective. I got a couple questions for him. If y'all have questions, of course, go to our community tab over on MCubed and check that out and write those questions there, statements, whatever it may be, whatever you want me to ask, and come by tomorrow and ask more if you'd like, of course. But I've got questions just from, is walking in Comic-Con crossing the picket lines? Because there were picketers there. There were people, picketers, strikers is really the right terminology. There were people striking at San Diego Comic-Con. I don't think the whole bunch were, but by technicality, you could you could get in trouble with some stuff like that. I don't think so. So we're going to ask him about the specifics about that. Try not to get him in trouble at all, because I just thought we might get him in trouble just from that, thinking like that. But I think we'll be good, because I think they're allowed to cross the lines, but under certain stipulations, something of the sort. Not entirely positive, but I think that's going to be a really good one. Greg's great guy. He was in, not only does he own the theater that I've produced 2 plays in as of now, he was in a play with me last year that I starred in and produced. I was on that frickin' stage for 90 plus minutes, and that was a lot. But he came in as the company owner of the weed dealership I would go to all the time, because it was kind of a play based upon like my first year out here in a lot of ways. And he just played a weed shop owner, and it was actually really fun. Did excellent. And he also helped. He didn't help produce or anything, but he of course, because we do have a history, he was very helpful and friendly with allowing me to produce my play at his theater again this year. So I am plugging some things in over here to make sure everything's charging, all my technologies. Oh, howdy, Aaron. What's happening, man? Yeah, I'm just shooting the shit, really. Hey, I'm down. I'm thinking, let me open Twitter. Yeah, let's do. Or X, whatever the fuck it's called now. I don't know. But let me send you a little something. Oh wait. I have to click the invite button. Yes. There's so many new little things. It's throwing me off every time I click something. Okay. Oh, no. That's Aaron Schmerald, old schmook, chilling in the basement over here. Here you are. Oop. Sent you the link, my friend. Sent you the link. I'll probably only be on for another 30, 45 minutes. We might hang out and make it a little bit of a smoke stream at the end, though. We might as well. But yeah. I'll probably only be on. Let's shoot for another half hour, 45 minutes, something like that. Just hang out, talk, yada yada. But while we're waiting on Aaron to hop in, let's talk about what Barbenheimer did on Monday. Oh, there he is. Oh, okay. Let me switch this up. Boo. Oh no. Wait. There we go.
Yeah.
I was like, one of these damn things is gonna work. How you doing?
Oh, I'm good. I'm not actually on my computer because I had to move my computer, pseudo desk studio area into where my wife and I sleep, and she cannot handle this, so I'm out hanging on my phone.
As much as I love it and can handle it, I understand people sometimes. They don't want smoke in their face.
Yeah. Well, it gives her a headache. So.
Yeah. I know people that are allergic to it, which just throws me off. I know people that get headaches from it, and I'm just the type of bastard that's like, hey, blow it in my face, please. I want the second hand.
Yes. Yes.
I'm like, people are like, oh, shit, I just blew that in your face. I'm like, thank you. I needed that.
Gracias.
Uh-huh. It's like, that just helped me a little bit, actually. But hell, I was just about to start listing off these Monday money-making prices that Barbenheimer made, and just the other top 5 really behind it.
Barbie is a fucking phenomenon, bro. I thought it'd do all. I thought it would do okay, but I literally spent the first probably 40, well, once I got done, with all the hey, how you doings, at least a half an hour on my stream just on Barbie and how freaking ridiculous how well it's doing. It's insane.
What it was projected to make 105, 110, something like that million, and what 163 was what it made.
Something like that. Yeah, I mean it cracked 300 milli, like 330 or 340, I think, wasn't it? By the time it was all said and done, something like that.
I believe so. No. 301 million is the total.
Okay.
That's domestic. 301 total domestic at the moment for Barbenheimer.
Okay.
I see.
Yeah, I know Barbie by itself cracked 300 this weekend.
Oh yeah,
and they're and I just saw earlier they're projected to do another 70 this upcoming weekend. This is only a 55% drop off,
which is insanity. Yeah. Okay, just while I got you.
Yeah.
Mentally, are you thinking? I'm subscribing to, I think Oppenheimer and Mission Impossible have better legs, but I think Barbie's gonna do insane for like 3 or 4 weeks. Where are you with that?
I actually think. Hi, Laura. Wow, I can't. Oh, there we go. Boop. That's just weird. Okay.
What did it do?
Hold on. Oh, there we go. Oh, I can't be on that and do that at the same time? Well, that's fucking... Wait, what if I do that? Oh, fuck off. All right, never mind. Anyway, honestly, Mission Impossible got hit hard by only being out for a week. And before these two came out for this, and what really fucked it, I think, Mission Impossible, is just the fact that somehow the Barbenheimer thing became a thing in the zeitgeist in the first place. Like, it's been this huge thing on the internet for what, 6, 7, 8 weeks now?
Completely. And
yeah,
I think the strike hurt it to a degree, just like people not wanting to go support, yada, yada, yada. And then the only marketing they have really been paying attention to, because the only fun, really good marketing to be paying attention to right now is the Barbenheimer stuff,
Yeah.
It's just been taking over the zeitgeist, rightfully freaking so. Yeah, I think if Mission Impossible were not to have released 2 weekends ago and were to release this weekend, we'd be saying something entirely different. I think it could be riding that same high.
Yeah.
Because of the type of film it is.
Well, that and the fact that it lost all its IMAX after that first weekend too, to these movies.
Mm-hmm. I'm so shocked that I almost said Tom Petty, that Tom Cruise wasn't petty and said he was going to go see both of them in IMAX, which was pretty cool. I thought. I like having them.
I mean, he did try throwing his power around a few months ago to try and take them theaters over for an extra week or two. He's probably wishing he'd have gone harder on that at this point.
Honestly, I think he didn't run with his tail between his legs per se, but like he realized that wasn't going to happen, and he was just kind of like, okay, let's cross promote and stuff. Which I don't know how long you've been here. I had a whole 10 minutes. I was just monologuing, thinking to myself, oh, howdy, David. Oh, hell, what time is it for you? It is 4:15 in London right now. Dude, are you alive?
Hi, David.
Love, Tom Petty.
David is nocturnal. That's all there is to it. But yeah, Tom Petty's dope.
I saw one of his last 10 concerts.
Oh, no shit.
Mm-hmm. In the Woodlands, Texas. It was great.
Damn.
My best friend in the world flew in from Florida, from your neck of the woods, and
I suppose Florida is still about 2,000 miles from me.
Where are you?
I'm in suburban Detroit.
Why did I think you were on the East Coast? Were you
I
on
don't
the
know.
East Coast?
I'm on the extreme western end of the Eastern time zone.
Yeah.
Like Wisconsin, the next state west of me is in Central. Actually, the last, how Michigan's got the mitten and then the Upper Peninsula?
Extra thumb, kind of?
Yeah, well, this part of the Upper Peninsula that touches Wisconsin, about this far in, is in Central time. So not even my whole state is in the same time zone.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, it's fucking wild, ain't it?
Ah,
Like pretty much everyone in the UP is a Green Bay Packers fan. It's like we should have just given that shit to Wisconsin any fucking way.
go Pack, go! Sorry, that's my second favorite team.
Well, I assume your first favorite team is Dallas.
No.
Oh, thank
I'm not
God.
a bandwagon. It's probably I think Dallas is technically my fourth favorite team just for being in Texas. That's what it gets, you know.
Oh, okay.
Number one are my Texans, though. I love me my
Oh,
Texans.
you're a Houston guy. Okay.
They never. I'm from 90 miles east of Houston, so I love my Texans. I've always been a Green Bay Packers fan for some reason. I think it's partially because they had a Super Bowl when I was young, and I'd already been to Green Bay like 3 times. Just
Oh, okay. Yeah.
and I bought a cheese hat, so I was able to support it. So I was like, okay, now I'm a Green Bay fan, you know?
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong. I respect the history of the franchise, and I respect the history of the Lambeau Field. That shit cannot be denied.
No.
But as a Lions fan, fuck them.
Oh, you know what pisses off Schmook, one of my other co-hosts on this channel, the guy that does a lot of our ticket or skip its and a couple other things.
Mhm.
He's no, he's not a Texas boy. Sorry, he's from Missouri. I don't know how it happened, but he's a Vikings fan. So he hates me every now and then when I'm like, "Go Pack, go!" You know.
Oh yeah.
But also, Kirk Cousins has been doing well. I haven't been paying that much attention. I live vicariously through them. I legit haven't watched a football game in I think 2 years.
Wow.
Interest. I don't know why. Actually, I could give you a few reasons why, but that'd be a whole another hour and a half.
There we go.
What the? I don't remember where I was. I know it was something between. Oh, we were just talking about where you're from. You told me Detroit at some point, though. I remember you telling me Detroit.
Yeah, suburban. Technically Westland. It's a suburb. I mean, I'm still in Wayne County though.
Yeah, I don't know why I had Florida in my mind. Did you take a trip to Florida or something? I don't know.
Not recently, but I have been there 3 times.
Oh yeah. I don't know why I had that in my mind. East Coast time. I knew that. I got that part right. Shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Just Barbenheimer in general was crazy. Have you seen both yet?
I've seen neither. Like I probably, if I see either of them in the theater, it'll be Oppenheimer. But probably they're both going to end up being streaming fodder for me.
Oh, wow.
I tend to save my movie money for like my nerdy shit.
Yeah, that makes sense. It hurts the filmmaker in me, but also I completely understand it as the nerdy bastard that I am. So, what theater's close to you? Is it like a Regal, AMC, Cinemark?
I've got in the general area. I've got MJR, Imagine, and AMC.
Oh, nice.
So
you should look into getting one of those AMC monthly things. I think they have the second best one besides Regal.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've actually been spending most of my time at the MJR lately. Of course, there's this little mom and pop theater down in Wayne called the State Wayne Theater. It's under the Phoenix system. But it's just a nice little small theater, you know. But they have all the nice reclining seats still, even though they're a little smaller operation.
That's cool. I'm a big fan of those. They just tend to be so pricey. I luck out having the big chains near me because I have a Regal membership and everything's 50 cents after that, you know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, $23 and then 50 cents per movie. I'll take it, you know. But it spoils me a little bit in that sense. That's why I can go to the theater that often, you know.
Right.
But yeah. What movie are you gonna see next then? Or are you planning on? Or
probably the Blue Beetle.
Okay.
I'm gonna go see Blue Beetle, and I'm gonna go see the Marvels in November. I don't know when the hell does the Creator come out, because that looks fucking dope.
I really like Gareth Edwards. I am freaking ecstatic for it. I got a laptop in front of me. Hold up. The Creator.
Yeah. I think it's probably going to be spring next year, because we're only just because of the trailer now. Or is it this year?
Yeah.
Is it?
September 29th.
What? Okay.
That ain't shabby.
Well, then, okay, it's going to be Blue Beetle, then that, and then the Marvels.
Okay, so nerdy wise, we've got Blue Beetle.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Ahsoka to hold us over.
Well,
And
we got
then
Ahsoka in like 3 weeks or a month.
Right.
Yeah.
Blue Beetle's about the same, right? It's
Blue Beetle actually comes out the week before Ahsoka does.
Oh, perfect. Hell yeah. Okay. Yep. Nerdiness wise, we're in for some.
Yeah, we got Blue Beetle. That goes right into Ahsoka, which is what I would like to do.
Rosario Dawson or Ashley Eckstein?
Rosario first, but either. I mean, Ashley's cute. Rosario's just Rosario, though. But yeah, so Blue Beetle, then Ahsoka, and then I guess the creator in September.
Yeah.
That'll be dope. I don't know about anything.
It'll be all horror wise. It'll be great.
I don't know about anything in October, but then Marvel's in November, and then straight out of Netflix, Rebel Moon in December.
I'm super intrigued by it. I get
I
myself.
I want to see what Zack Snyder's going to do with like what started as a Star Wars story.
Yeah, that's what I'm super intrigued about. I love sci-fi stuff. I hope, obviously, duh. But I hope it's a return to form for him.
Yeah,
because I didn't like Man of Steel. I have not liked the Zack Snyder movie since before Man of Steel.
Oh, see, I love Man of Steel.
Henry Cavill's my favorite.
Which one?
Henry Cavill's my favorite Superman. But he wasn't Superman in any of the movies that he was playing. You know, he was just some other alien character that was super cool, but it wasn't our Boy Scout that we've been waiting for.
No, he wasn't. Although that might have just been my mood at the time, but I really appreciated that take. And like I've rewatched it a few times since then, and I'm just like, you know what? I still love this shit. Is it dark as fuck? Yes. On the other hand, the way humanity reacts to an alien is probably more accurate in the Snyder version, though.
Oh, that's true. No, yeah. I respect it for what it is. I just think Snyder did the DC universe like Rian Johnson did The Last Jedi. It's not DC. It's just not. None of those characters are the same way. And where I still because Last Jedi, if it weren't in a main trilogy, you know, if it weren't part of the Skywalker saga or whatever, and it was like different characters, that might be my favorite Star Wars movie. If it were just like random Star Wars characters and it was just different Jedi and something.
Yeah, I would be much happier with Rian Johnson, and I probably would have loved a Star Wars movie of his if he was not anywhere near my legacy characters. But instead, he was all up in them, nerfing them.
Yeah. I kind of feel the same way about Zack Snyder, but at the same time, I respect all of that, and I know talking about Schmook, I piss him off with the Viking stuff. He's a big Snyder dude, so I piss him off with the Snyder stuff all the time. It's great.
See, I don't know.
Howdy, Shelly.
Hi, Shelly. See, I don't know if he did, like, he just... I think all he really did was just give everything a shit ton of grit. You know?
Yeah, which I love. I think worked super freaking well with Watchmen. Obviously, 300.
Yeah.
Sucker Punch for the most part. All these different things he's done. There's something inherently missing from it, and that's what gets me, I guess. And the same thing with The Last Jedi. I think I've never compared it to that before, but I'm sticking with that comparison from now on.
I mean, no, I can totally dig it. Like, I love, you know, Reeves is still, or Reeve? Yeah, Christopher Reeve, George Reeves, but Christopher Reeve, he's still my fave. But, like, Cavill's like, it's like 1 and 1A with him and Cavill.
Yeah. What do you think about, what's the dude's freaking name? It's Brandon something, isn't it?
Brandon Routh?
Brandon Routh. I love Brandon Routh. I love Brandon Routh.
Superman Returns?
Yeah, no, that's not what who's the new guy?
Oh, David Cornsweet or some shit like that.
Cornsweet. Okay, yeah, yep. I knew I was trying to get to Cornsweet. I knew Brandon wasn't right. Yeah,
it's David, either David or Daniel. I think it's David.
I think it's David. That sounds right. He looks like the Boy Scout version of Henry Cavill.
Yeah, he looks like he looks like Cavill's fucking kid, which is really ironic, considering like he literally could still have Cavill.
If we did last year,
I know. It's like, nope, Cavill's too old, but I will hire his clone who's only 7 years younger.
See, I hate the too old argument just because like they try to put that in the James Bond category too. And if anybody should be James Bond, I'm like 10,000% in the camp for Henry Cavill.
Hell yeah!
There's other great choices, yes, but then there's Henry Cavill. Like, just like, come on, y'all. Oh wait, what shall I say? Sorry, long time no see, but life took over.
That happens, girl.
No,
that totally happens.
I should be saying how are you and and how's, I know Carrie's been talking about how she's kind of had to avoid fires and stuff recently. Y'all good? Everything okay up there? I really have no idea. Have you gotten any smoke from fires and stuff from up north?
We used to.
All right.
There was actually, when they were going pretty good, it was literally like there was an actual haze in my fucking warehouse from that shit. Yeah, it was pretty nuts. It looked like LA, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think it was 2 years ago, we had just like everywhere, like the entire county was encompassed by fires. And you just walked outside and it looked like the apocalypse. It looked like a freaking vampire movie. I thought it was dusk till dawn, you know? Did it kind of look like that in a way?
No, it was just like hazy. Like,
okay,
you know,
more like smoke.
More like your average summer LA smog.
Well, that's frequent. Yes, best wishes to our Canadian friends and neighbors.
Yes, for sure.
We make fun of them as much as we can, but when it comes to our people, we love them, you know?
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, they gave us hockey and really good beer, so,
and some damn good ham. I won't call it bacon, but it is some damn good ham.
It is good ham. I just call it fancy ham.
Yeah, it's fancy ham. But one thing they do have, especially in Alberta, and my carnivore self, mostly carnivore self, loves it, is they got some good beef up there.
Oh,
damn good cows.
You ever had bison?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Bison burgers are fantastic. There's a place just across the Mackinac Bridge, like right when you go from the lower peninsula to the upper, like right off the bridge. It's like this place, and they sell bison burgers. They're amazing.
Okay. Bison is amazing. Beef is amazing. Have you ever had beefalo? Half buffalo, half bison, or half buffalo, half buffalo, half cow, half bison, half cow.
Yeah, no, I have not had beefalo, but that sounds delicious.
It's like that perfect thing between like gamey and fatty. It's just, it's great. And I believe it's one of those, like you get like ligers, and ligers can't like continue to populate or repopulate. Mules can't repopulate, but I'm pretty sure beefalo can. I think they're one of those bovine that can like continue to interbreed, and they're fucking delicious. It's perfect meat.
Ligers are big kitties.
Say what? I
said ligers are big fucking kitties, man.
Tigers are already freaking huge. Lions are pretty damn. Tigers are already freaking huge, and to be bigger than a tiger, like.
What's cool though, I saw a TikTok of this one dude who, I guess he's like a naturalist guy, so he has one for whatever reason, and he just goes out there and like the liger, he like plops down. The liger literally rolls over on its back between his legs so he can fucking scratch the shit out of its ribs, and it starts to purr. A liger purr sounds like a fucking dirt bike. It's awesome.
Oh, it'd have to. Yeah. I almost started making a noise myself, but that'd be bad. I'm gonna not try.
Yeah. But imagine that though. And the dude petting him was just like this. He looked like he was probably about 6'1", 170, just a skinny little motherfucker. Like the liger looked like he could have eaten him in like 3 bites, but it's just like
one paw, one crack, and then just tear into him.
Mm-hmm. That's all it would have took. But instead, he's just laying on his back between his legs, getting his ribs scratched and loving it.
Oh my god, I love that kind of stuff. I mean, my sister's got a wolf shepherd, part German Shepherd wolf, and it's a gorgeous freaking dog.
Ooh,
Uh,
that thing's got to be huge.
oh, it's a female, so it's not like huge, but it's still 120, 30 pounds ish. Maybe a little less, maybe a little more. I don't know. I'd have to ask, but it's a big ass dog, and it's a
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm
gorgeous.
sure. I've actually run into another wolf cross with a domestic animal once. This one was male, and I think it was more wolf than dog because this thing was huge. Like it was laying in the backseat of dude's car, so I couldn't, I didn't get to see it standing up. But
Uh-huh.
I shit you not, its paw was almost the size of my hand. Probably this much of it.
Ah,
Oh, it was gorgeous.
love
Big old,
those
like
things
fucking the
made.
head on that thing was massive, like the
Is
cranium.
it,
But it let me pet it though. It was so nice.
oh, that's cool. Did it just have like a big old mane with it too, almost?
Um, yeah, it looked a lot more. It definitely looked more wolf than dog for sure. Size wise, it had the narrower muzzle that you get with a wolf than with a domestic canine. Yeah,
Good for
liked it.
tearing.
Yeah, and it didn't quite have like the fully super toothpicky legs that wolves have. It had
Yeah,
like more of a thicker dog leg, but the overall shape of it though was definitely a lot of leg underneath the body, like you get with a wolf. Oh, it's crazy.
uh, I love stuff like that.
Yeah, even though it's all illegal as fuck.
Well, I'm from Texas. Nothing's illegal there.
Yeah, well, yeah.
But also, like if I were to do something like that, I'd feel bad about not raising something right,
Yeah.
But I'd love to go Tiger King one day and just get my own little sanctuary. Not do all the meth and do all the crazy shit, but just actually have like cool stuff. But at the
Hmm.
same time, it is terrifying because they roll over and purr and stuff, but it only takes the one time of them being pissed off.
Yep.
And with my luck, I'm good at pissing people off. So
Yeah, that is the only issue. You catch them on a bad day, and that'll probably be your last day.
oh yeah. If not, it's definitely a bad one.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
for sure. But I
you,
still want a cat though, just one time.
wait, you cut out for a second.
I said I want to get a hug from a jungle cat just one time though. Just, boom.
Oh, it'd be so cool. It'd be so cool. Like just one that like those moments where like that dude can walk in there and go rub a belly like that and get like a giant ass purr would be just the coolest freaking moments. That and like those people that can go love on like a bear and the bear just
Mhm.
seems like a playful dog for a little bit. I love that kind of stuff, but
Yeah.
I don't trust bear at all. Uh-uh. They're awesome. They're like my favorite things, but nope. Nope.
Yeah.
Um,
Bear dope, but you don't fuck with them at all.
yeah. Well, what's the saying is black fight back, brown lie down, and white good night. Just if you see a polar bear, you're dead.
Yeah.
Because then you're gonna see is the paw before it takes you out. Yeah. I'd still like
Yeah.
to see a polar bear in the wild. I've only seen
Oh
them
yeah.
not that close.
It's just insane because most people don't even think about polar bears when they think about bears. They're just like, ooh, grizzly, humongous, fucking biggest bear around. It's like, maybe in the contiguous 48, yes. When you include all 50 states and go up into Alaska, a new polar bear will look at a grizzly, giggle, and then smack the fuck out of it.
Yeah. Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my.
Oh my.
Literally.
Right.
What is it? Some of those polar bears have started going a little further south just for food purposes and things, and habitat wise, yada yada. And they mate with the grizzlies. And what are they called? It's like the growler bears. I always want to say
Wow, I did not know that this was happening.
Oh yeah. Let me Google a growler bear real quick, and I'll share the screen. Yeah, growler bear. They're insanity. Present share growler bear. How are we looking? Oh, that's just me. Hold up, let me put us both. Oh wait, did we lose Aaron?
I hit the wrong.
Oh,
No,
okay,
I did it.
Okay, I was like, shit. Did I? What did I do?
No, I did. I went to push one button and fat thumbed the next one over.
Oh, you're good. There's one time I was streaming with Matt. You could have been in either one of these streams. I don't even remember. I was streaming with Matt, and I was baked as hell. It was one of those first smoke streams. I'd just taken a dab. I don't think I'd eaten anything for the day, and my brain just was like off. You know, it was working. It was off, and I was like, okay, time to go, guys. Like, see you later, yada yada yada. And I pressed leave studio instead of in broadcast, and Matt just kind of stood there for a second and was like. And he held the stream for like another 3 minutes. It was pretty funny. But then there was one time, I think the first time we were doing an MCubed stream with Jamie, he pressed in broadcast because he's so used to pressing in broadcast instead of leave studio. And we ended at like 30 minutes instead of like 50. It all worked out, but fucking A. StreamYard is confusing. And in a good way, I think. But yeah. This grizzly polar bear hybrid. The growler bear. Oh, okay. Pizzly bear. That's the other name for it because there's two different names: Pizzly or growler. I like growler, but I always want to say.
Yeah, growler is better than Pizzly, I feel. Oh my!
Just look at that thing.
Wow. Okay. Damn. Can those propagate?
I believe so. I think so.
Ooh.
Like just. That creature. And they're good looking.
That's what Cocaine Bear should have looked like with that, like, mostly powder looking shit.
Did
like
you
that.
see Cocaine Bear?
No, I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, it's so great. Can I spoil the slightest moment that won't
go for it.
Story at all?
No, go for it, dude.
It has Cocaine Bear has 3 cubs. They don't really do that much because they're just little cubs. But the funny thing is, like, the first time you make it back to the cave, obviously this bear's been not just, like, seeking out all this cocaine. It definitely brought some back to the cave, you know? It was like, I'm going to save this for later. The 3 cubs get into it, and the first time you see them, there's, like, a couple little kids, and they look like polar bears because they just have straight cocaine all over them. It's great. This is literally the only time you really see them besides, well, no, they play a part in, like, the end of it, but damn, they're hilarious. It's
That's funny.
Yeah, just
yeah. There's cocaine. That's the Cocaine Bear right there.
1000%. Oh my god! If that ever makes its way to Appalachia, we're done. We're done for. What was it? There's. Last time I was back in Texas, we'd gone to Louisiana for a little bit. Not really Louisiana. I think we went to Mississippi for a wedding, but we went to go eat in Louisiana both times because if you're driving through Louisiana, you eat in Louisiana.
Facts.
That's dope. But there were 2 black bear that had made their way back into Louisiana, and you know Louisiana used to have bear, and it hasn't in a long time. Which means these guys probably came from East Texas, which is insane because East Texas used to have bear a long time ago, and we haven't known about them in a long time. But there have been 2 down in Louisiana, and I think they've just been kind of like hanging out, living, which is kind of funny.
Cool.
But that is just there's bear moving around. It's interesting. It's kind of wild.
Yeah, every once in a while I will get in a massive nature mood and I'll just whip up Discovery Plus and start watching some shit because when you really get into some nature shit, that stuff is very mesmerizing and very intriguing. I have to say.
I don't do it enough anymore, but whenever I do, I do love it. Yeah. I just have to I gotta be one of those moods.
Yeah. All right. I need to go get a beverage. I'm getting cotton mouth like a mofo. Like, talk movie shit so we stay on subject when I come back.
Do it. I will talk about Monday profit-wise for Barbie, and then after when you get back from that, I might grab a joint for a minute for here. But Monday Barbie-wise, real quick, what you saying? Besides polar bear, Kodiak bears are massive. Yeah, Kodiak and grizzly bear are the same thing, I believe. It's just a different name for it. I believe our Canadians might be able to help us a bit on that one, though. Laura, you're in Boston. You're close. You know, right? I don't know. How close are bears up there? Anyway, Monday, Barbenheimer. The whole top 5 for Monday. Yesterday, Barbie made another $26 freaking million yesterday, which is.
Well, actually, I'm on that stream though, just so you know.
I think the second or third most a movie's ever made on a Monday, and it was the best Monday in Warner Brothers company history, which was pretty cool.
Well, they need that fucking money, don't they?
They need it big time right now, especially if Blue Beetle doesn't make the money and it makes the projected money it's supposedly going to make. I hope all this stuff is going to reinvigorate people. Because, I mean, you've heard us talk about it, and I think we've talked about it, is like, none of these movies, like, if the top 3 to 5 are making more than $10 million on the weekend, good. That's what we need. That's like a normal, that's what's always kind of been normal, the last decade kind of deal. In the last 2 years, but pandemic up until now, that's not been happening.
Yeah.
And the only one that didn't make $10 million this past weekend in the top 5 was Indy 5 with $6.7 million. But Mission Impossible made 19+ million, Sound of Freedom 20 million, Oppenheimer 80, Barbie 155.
What am I open at? Like opening weekend, because I missed that grand total. I know it's 2 weeks ago.
For which one?
MI7.
Oh, it came low. It came low. It was expected to make 68, I believe, and it made 57 or 55.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I thought it was something like that.
Yeah, it's not looking good yet, but as he proved last year with Maverick, there's some legs. Tom Cruise got legs, as we know.
Yeah, well, Maverick started off hotter than that, though. You got to admit, didn't it?
Big time.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like it cracked hundreds of millions its opening weekend, didn't it?
Worldwide, hell yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm saying worldwide.
Domestic, I think it was. I don't quote me, but I kind of want to say like 88 to like 105.
I would say it was pushing 100 domestic. I remember that.
But it may have. Damn. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna spout out some numbers, then I'm gonna grab a joint and keep talking about the numbers. Okay.
Numbers.
Barbie yesterday, $26 million, best Monday in Warner Brothers history.
Wow.
We said they need it. They need it. Oppenheimer, $12.5 million, is the 11th highest rated R opening ever for I think a 4-day domestic total. And then Sound of Freedom tossed on another $3 million yesterday. Mission Impossible 7 tossed another $2 million. And Indy 5 was not number 5, but Insidious 5 was, and that made another $1 million, which interesting.
Wow.
1, 2, 3 for your third, fourth, fifth $1 million wise. 12.5 and 26, which is huge, and then double that. But I'll be right back. Right back.
Hello, chat. It's just us. How you guys doing? Let me look. Last summer, a bear took out your garden? Kodiaks or grizzly? Okay. Yeah.
What'd you do about last summer? Oh. I think Aaron clicked the wrong button again. But I'm back. There he is.
Again. I fucking did it again.
It was like oddly perfect timing though. I like sat down and I was just like, there goes Aaron. But you came back in quick. Hell yeah. What did Laura say? Last summer a bear took out my garden, but that was just a brown bear. Kodiak. Oh yeah, Kodiaks or grizzlies. Okay, but
yeah.
We didn't need a Canadian to tell us that. They're always very helpful, but as long as we got our northern folk with bear, y'all can tell us what bear's what. I can tell you what's an alligator, a crocodile, or a caiman. That's our differences there. But yeah. Just the box office yesterday was also, for it to make the type of money Barbenheimer, both films together, I guess. To do that over the weekend, that's a freaking feat.
Yeah.
To do one day like this again, a freaking feat. I can't wait for the freaking numbers tomorrow. Discount Tuesday, Movie Tuesday. That's why we do it. Hopefully, what's everybody seeing on Discount Tuesday? By the way, down in the comment below, you know, I with David, I don't know if they do that in the UK. Do they do Discount Tuesdays in the UK? It's also Wednesday there now, so sorry about that. A little late, but I don't know. I don't know if they do Discount Tuesdays across the globe. I love that most theaters do it here, though. And
Have you noticed that Barbie has pretty much doubled up Oppenheimer the entire run so far? Like, you look at Barbie's total and then you look at Oppenheimer's total, and it's either just above for the most part or just below sometimes, but it's pretty much right around. If you average it out, Barbie's been doubling up Oppenheimer the whole time.
Which we can kind of expect and stuff, but like, does that show how much more likely people are to go see something if it's PG-13 versus R? Do you think that plays into it at all?
No, I think Barbie's just so fucking different.
That too.
From everything we've been getting. Like, even Oppenheimer, even though it's a biopic, that's still dealing with science-y shit. Not science fiction, real science, but it's still dealing with science-y shit. And Barbie does not.
It gets a little sci-fi in a way.
Does it?
Not like really, but like if you had to go into a technicality basis,
yeah,
it would technically be a sci-fi film, I think.
Yeah. Well, I just think it's so much. I think just the fact that it's like completely different from everything that's been coming out, and I think that's what helped Mario Brothers too.
Oh, honestly, yeah.
I think that was a help for the Mario Brothers too.
Okay, so Jamie was streaming earlier, and I brought this up there. I really think Barbie's doing one of the reasons it's doing as well as it is because it's huge in scope and scale, but it didn't like necessarily cost like a whole bunch. It was pretty expensive, but it wasn't like your Marvel movie kind of thing, you know?
Yeah. It was like what, 100 and
it was still up there. I think it was 140, 150 million dollars. Which if they didn't buy as much pink as they did and did all the pink in post, then it'd probably be like $100 million because they sold the world out of pink, which is pretty funny.
That is pretty hilarious. Yeah. Well, Greta Gerwig fucking did it up from what I hear. So,
well, but before I finish that other thought, just think about the pink. I think I need to make a movie about some ganja and buy out the world of green paint. Is that, you know? I don't know what I'd do. Actually, I know exactly what I've got future. Y'all keep your eyes out for about 10, 15 years from now.
Hey, I'll be more than happy to help you out with that in one way or another.
Hey, I've got a whole outline for like it's actually the only superhero original thing that I think I would ever want to do. I'd love to direct. Directing and producing is like what I came out here to do. Producing mainly. But I like to write. I've written my own little superhero story that's kind of making fun of superheroes at the same time, just because of how saturated everything is.
Right.
But I like the little world at the same time.
And well, of course, now would be the time for you to like fucking put some juice into that shit, because making fun of fucking superhero movies right now would probably be gold at this point in time. You know, like a really good satire. Like if the Wayans brothers were still doing shit right now,
it's not even satire though. It'd be like super serious. That's the funny thing.
Okay.
It's not necessarily funny about that. I think it'd be funny in a contextual way, if that makes sense. Yeah.
But still, though, if the Wayans brothers made like something they used to make in the 90s about superhero movies now, I feel like that would break the box office.
Just saying that real quick. What if imagine Scream for superhero movies? It'd be great if they did something like along those lines. Not like Scream, you know. Not Scream. Scary movie. Yeah, that's what I.
Yes.
Oops. I think I've seen more scary movies than I have Scream. I think I've only ever seen the first 2 Screams, so I know
really?
I've seen a scary movie.
I've seen, I think, 4 of them, but I've only
I
seen like the first 2 scary movies.
Okay. I think I've seen probably the first 4 or 5 scary movies. Actually, I know. Is there a 6th one? I don't know.
Scary movie? There might be.
I think that might be. I think I've not seen if there is a 6th one. I haven't seen the 5th one. I've seen the 6th one. If there's only 5, I haven't seen the 4th, and I've seen the 5th. One of the two like that.
Excuse me.
What's David saying? When they work out the total income for these movies, do they take in the rate of inflation? Because I'm sure Star Wars in today's prices would have had a huge income. Just wondering. Yes and no.
Isn't it kind of basically percentage? Isn't that how they kind of take care of that issue? It's like percentages.
Yeah, that's what they tend to do. Because Titanic is still technically, I think, in your top 5 or 6 biggest films ever, adjusted for inflation. If it's not, and it's percentage based, I think it's still in your top 10 or 11.
Yeah.
So I think it really just depends on what outlet you're looking at. I think that's really what it comes down to. Typically, I would say not really, though. They should, I think, just to be as transparent as possible. But I don't believe they do that all the time.
I will say though, probably right. If we did look up George's numbers and then find the fucking percentage to adjust it correctly, that movie would probably be it'd probably be up there.
Oh yeah,
all of them. All the OT would probably crush.
Oh, Empire would be insane. Honestly, the Phantom Menace would have to be up there too. That had to have just made a bunch of freaking money at this time.
Well, it's the Phantom Menace made a shit ton of money for the same reason the Force Awakens made a shit ton of money. It was the first Star Wars they'd had in fucking decades.
Yeah.
Like literally.
Yeah.
Because Jedi was 85, right? Or 83? 83.
84.
Is it?
Right?
Somewhere in there.
Isn't it 77, 81, 84? Or it might be 85. I think you're right. I think it's every 4 years. 77, 81, 85.
Okay. So now what the fuck was my original point? Damn you.
I know. I ADD as fuck. Sorry.
Oh yeah, that's right. Thank you. So when did Phantom come out? 99?
Yes.
Okay, so 14 years for that. And then
Return is 83. Damn.
Is it 83?
That's right, because it's 40th anniversary this year. That's right.
Right. Okay. All right, so 16 years then.
Uh-huh.
And then Revenge of the Sith came out in 2005, right?
Yeah. That was 99, 02, 05.
Yep.
And then The Rings.
The Force Awakens came out in 15. So that was still another decade between those two.
Mm-hmm. But thankfully, it was still all George, so I was still loving it. But all the Clone Wars was going on during that time, which was just
great. See, I had to come backwards into the Clone Wars because I got out of touch for a while, and I don't really know. Oh yeah, it was the fact that they were coming out with new Star Wars movies that got me back in, and then I was like, oh okay, and then I went back and I'm like, Clone Wars, yeah.
Well,
and then I watched Rebels, even though it said it was kind of a kids thing. I'm like, let me check this out, and they were right for about the first season. After that, it went straight Clone Wars and got fucking intense.
I see everyone says it for the first season. It's really the first 4 episodes, 5, 6 episodes of that first season, because the Grand Inquisitor comes in heavy-handed, and he's dead at the end of the first season. Spoilers, by the way. Sorry, y'all. But
he went into the flames that fast?
Yeah, he's done by the end of the first season. So yeah, Thrawn's 2, 3, 4, which is you know.
How much do you think we're actually going to get of him in Ahsoka?
Plenty.
You think?
I think I don't think they're going to overuse him, but Lars Mikkelsen is not an expensive actor. He's not a cheap actor, but he's not an expensive actor. He's not his brother, you know?
Right.
And I
I only ask because of the Grand Moff treatment in Mandalorian. Every fucking season, you didn't see him till the last 2 episodes, period. Like, in any kind of significant way. I know he was in the cold open in season 3, but other than that, nothing again till fucking episode 7. Season 2, you didn't see him till episode 7, really. First season, you didn't see him till episode 7. When he landed in front of the cantina or whatever the fuck that bar was, or, you know.
Great scene.
Grief Karga, that was so magnificent.
Uh-huh.
I still remember watching the last episode when he cuts his way out of the wreckage with the dark saber. I was like,
I flipped my shit. My dad and I were sitting right there. My dad was like, "Ooh, lightsaber!" I was like, "No, dark saber!" Oh, such a cool moment. I almost gave goosebumps just thinking about that moment.
But yeah, that's why I'm wondering how much we're actually going to see Thrawn. I wonder if they're going to go the same way, and we won't really. I mean, other than like maybe a hologram or something, we won't like really get a good amount of Thrawn till the last 2 episodes.
I don't think so, because he's that good of a character, and I think Thrawn actually does better with more Thrawn than less Thrawn. Not necessarily like a lot of Thrawn, but I think him. He's the only person, Star Wars wise, that I actually want to give exposition. Just do some cool Force shit. Everybody else, Thrawn, give me some exposition. Just talk, dude. You know?
I just want to listen to Lars Mikkelsen fucking talk for a few. Give him a nice big soliloquy.
Some villainous soliloquy. Perfect.
No, I don't want to hear what you're saying. Go sit and chill out now.
Yeah, that's like my thing. That is like my main concern is like, are they gonna do the same shit again that they did in The Mandalorian?
Well,
I mean, didn't we really not even see the Pikes in Book of Boba Fett till the last? Well, no, we got them in episode 4, but that was only 3. But that was only because episodes 4 and 5 was season 2.5 of The Mandalorian.
Exactly.
Not that I minded, but you know. But if you think, if you take those 2 episodes out, again, Pike's second to last episode.
Well, you know, actually, after Mando season 3, I think I do mind that insertion of Mando and Boba more.
Yeah.
Just because, like that, those should have been in Mando season 3. Those could have been the best 2 episodes of Mando season 3 too.
Yep. Oh, totally. Yeah. Well, at the time, I didn't mind because Boba was just aight. So I'm like, ooh, this is a nice change.
We won't spend too much time on Boba, but like, I wish the first 4 episodes were strictly Sand Raider stuff, and I wish the last 4 episodes were strictly just gangster mafioso, like let's do this kind of thing.
Yeah, it was definitely poorly structured.
Oh, and it was John too. It wasn't even Rodriguez that was doing it all. I guess Rodriguez gets a lot of the blame, and that is, I think, mainly because he did Spy Kids Vespa bike riders, which is not a good idea.
No.
And that was clearly a Rodriguez part.
No, I think Josh over at Den of Nerds is totally dead on, and that was probably about the point where Kathy really started pissing him the fuck off. Is when he was writing Book of Boba Fett.
It would make sense.
And then, because Book of Boba Fett was mostly him, and it was Kenobi was Joby Harold, who I just heard wrote the new Transformers movie, which kind of makes that a bummer because I haven't seen that yet. And then we got Mando season 3, which was just
Yeah.
I honestly think that's how long Kathy's been fucking with John.
Oh, I bet it's been longer than that. He just had more sway as an outsider, I think, before that. And now that he's kind of entrenched within the trenches over at Lucasfilm and Disney, I think the sway of the captains have a little more sway on him.
Yeah, well, Kathy, that greedy bitch, wouldn't let him go back over to Marvel and play for a minute.
Which Marvel needs somebody like Jon Favreau right now too. Like,
It's like it's like, seriously, if you're not gonna take him off the leash in your fucking organization, then let him go to fucking Marvel.
Yeah, just
I want
unclip
my
that leaf and clip
give
it
me
on
my
one of
good
the fence.
give me my good Johnny back. I don't care how it happens. Either take the leash off him at Lucasfilm or let him go play with Kevin some more again. But just let me have my good Favreau back. I miss my good Favreau.
I literally wrote I think senior year of high school, trying to get into college and stuff, trying to get into film school and all that good stuff. Was I think one of my things, one of the little articles, not articles, one of the papers I wrote was who's your like the thing was like who are the people that inspire you to do the thing that you want to do the most kind of deal. And Jon Favreau was like one of my top 3 directors to put in there. People just don't consider him to be where he is, but not only did he herald back in Star Wars, he brought the freaking MCU to fruition. Yes. He did the sequel to Jumanji before they actually made the Dwayne Johnson things, because the Thura is a sequel to Jumanji technically.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no one bats 1,000. No one bats 1,000 either. So.
Oh, true. But he made Elf, and Elf is perfection in every sense of the term. It's just pure joy. I fucking just adore that movie. But the thing that he's done the best still, in my opinion, is I'm a food person. I love food. I used to be 250 pounds, so I loved food back then. Now, of course, I pay attention to what I do a little bit more after I lost a bunch of weight, making sure like I was doing specific food things, yada, yada. The movie Chef that he did in 2013 with a lot of MCU people. Robert Downey Jr.'s in it. Scarlett Johansson's in it. Sofia Vergara's in it as well. So John Leguizamo's in it too. He's like the second highest person in there, actor-wise. Fucking great. It's my favorite chef movie. Favorite movie about food in general. It's like him running a Cubano food truck, and he's going to LA to Florida, and Florida to LA.
Nice.
It's amazing. He's just way too underrated. We need him to just have his sandbox back.
Yes, one of them. I don't care which one at this point, but someone needs to let him fucking loose and do what he does, because we've seen what he can do. Iron Man, first 2 seasons of Mando. I mean, good God, peak Favreau is just. Wow.
And honestly, I know. I guess spoilers real quick for season 3 or whatever, but of Mandalorian. His
Christ,
character.
if people haven't seen it by now, then they're not gonna. They just don't give a fuck, bro.
True. But Paz Vizsla, I hate him dying. I really liked it, but I really hated it at the same time. I really liked it. I think it was a good decision. But fuck, like he was such a cool character.
Oh yeah, Paz was dope, but he went out like a fucking boss, though. At least they didn't make him die like in some kind of cheesy, bitched out way. He went out like a fucking boss,
like a Mandalorian should.
Yep,
it was great. So that being said, though, Jon Favreau had a helmet on, or that was just an actor with Jon Favreau's voice being used.
It was that.
Jon Favreau's a great actor.
Oh yeah, he's good, but he would not have fit that armor that well, and he's like way shorter than the dude that was in Paz Vizsla's armor.
That's a good point. But I don't know what character he'd play. I'd like him to come in and be an actor in the fucking show as well.
Oh, that'd be dope.
It'd be great.
Knowing him, he'd come in like an alien, like that one dude that was in was it the dude from Scrubs or whatever that was that critter in Obi-Wan?
Not Zach Braff, the other guy, right?
No, it was Zach Braff.
Oh, it was? Okay.
Yeah, that was driving that fucking farm-looking transport shit when Obi-Wan and Leia were in the desert.
In Kenobi? That was the one that transported him and ratted them out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That was Seth Rogen.
I thought it was Zach Braff.
That was Seth frickin' Rogen.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool.
I've watched Pineapple Express recently, which has helped me enjoy Seth Rogen again a little bit. But he's still a good stoner, but he doesn't make good stoner movies anymore, and we need some good Seth Rogen comedy back. I don't know.
Or James Franco.
See, I think James Franco got absolved from everything, right? Like he never actually got charged with anything.
I missed that he was in trouble.
Yep, and that's one of the reasons I'm not a big fan of Seth Rogen anymore, because Mr. Best Friend of James Franco, ride or die, yada yada. James Franco got a couple allegations, and Seth Rogen was just like, "Peace, dude. I'm out. Like, I'm not even talking anymore. Nothing." And
are these the same kind of usual naughty boy allegations that have been popping up?
yes.
James get a little handsy.
Yes. Which he kind of seems like somebody that I don't want to say that he seems like somebody, but I don't think it's proven. You know,
just say it. He has a little bit of a creepy vibe to him.
Just that's the thing. Like I don't want to say like he seems like somebody because he doesn't typically, but whenever someone alleges that, you're kind of like, shit, maybe, you know.
Yeah. Let's try it this way. There are people out there for whom the allegations would be much harder to believe than about him.
Yeah. Like,
we don't have to provide examples. We can just leave it there.
Yeah, that's good. I was gonna give a pretty like easy one. I was gonna say Robin Williams and Kevin Spacey. You know, like
yeah.
We won't go past that. Back to Star Wars real quick though. What is David saying? Do you think Cad Bane's still alive? He was criminally underused and could have had an episode or two to himself, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's still alive. That little flashy thing at the very end. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was I mean, he's hurting. He is for certain hurting, but he is most definitely alive because that was his suit kicking in to prevent said death that it was, they tried to make us think he had. That was my apologies. That was way too many words for what that needed to be. My bad.
No, it worked. It worked. I'm just glad we could hear you because the camera cut out for like a couple seconds, but your voice was perfect.
That's great. Yeah, basically, love, blink, Cad, live there.
Yes, along with Cad Bane. What's his freaking? I don't remember his droid's name. Did we see his droid in live action? I can't even remember.
No, not that I can recall. I'd have to rewatch. I'd have to rewatch Boba Fett in order to remember that. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. But
although I did watch a Cad Bane fan film that did have the droid in it. It was dope.
Oh hell yes! But
like every time I find a fan film, I've got it. I got a whole playlist of fan films that I find. Star Wars fan films.
You might have to send me that. I need to watch more.
Dude, there's some
good.
There's some cheesy ones, but there's some really good ones. Have you seen? Oh, speaking of which, just real quick, channel called Prism. Have you seen the video Prism? PRIS. They've put out things called What If. Well, first of all, what if Episode 7, The Force Awakens, was awesome? That's like a 5-minute video.
I saw of those. I haven't seen that yet.
Dude, I already watched the Force Awakens one like a few days ago, and today I just watched the Last Jedi one that they did. I don't know why Disney couldn't have done this. Like it's insane. It's insane how good these guys did with the story.
Any forethought into it?
Yeah. Well, they change a lot of shit, but like there are still, I get, what they would call an Across the Spider-Verse canon moments. They keep those, like quite a few of those.
Nice.
Yeah. It's pretty dope.
Well, they actually those, yeah, some of those from the sequel trilogy.
Yeah, I mean they use all the same characters. They're using the same. When I say basic storyline, I mean basic storyline. Like the through line is the same, but the shit that happens around the through line is pretty different.
Okay. Huh.
And it's dope.
That sounds fun.
Both of them are dope. And the first one's like 25 minutes, but the Last Jedi one's like 45 minutes.
Damn.
Yeah, they went in on the Last Jedi, dude. And well, actually, they changed the title of the actual thing. Like they have a crawl. I don't know how they get away with what they have. The actual Star Wars music. They do crawls. I don't know how they get away with it, but they do.
It's probably not monetized.
That's probably it.
I mean, at that point, you're just making it just to make it, right?
Yeah,
Well, you do want
but yeah, like the title of the video on like the screen, on the YouTube channel itself is "What if Episode 8: The Last Jedi was awesome?" But in the crawl, it's a completely different title, which I cannot remember the name of, but it fits the story a lot better than The Last Jedi.
Do you think they're going to do a Duel of the Fates instead of Rise of Skywalker?
Ooh. Well, I mean, I don't know how they're going to do Rise of Skywalker, but
they're going off their own story now, huh?
Yeah, they're very much going off their own story, and considering how they ended Episode 8, which is all I can call their version of it because I can't remember their actual title. Episode 9 is going to be quite interesting.
That sounds fun.
Oh, dude, I think any dude, like when you're at the gym jogging, throw them on.
The what was it?
So when you're at the gym on the treadmill or whatever, throw them on.
You said Jim Jogging. I thought you said somebody's name. I was like, who the hell's Jim Jogging?
Richard Noggin.
That somewhere.
Richard Noggin, you mean?
Richard Noggin. Dick Noggin. So, one of my friends that I grew up with, his dad told us one time, and it always cracked me up. He knew a Richard Head and he knew a Richard Skinner, and they called both Dick Head and Dick Skinner, and it was just too perfect.
Oh my. My. Life is so cruel. The people's parents are cruel. It's like, think ahead before you put that name on that certificate, bro.
Oh, some of them do that purposely, though.
Why would you want to? That's just so mean to your children.
It's like a boy named Sue, and make it tough.
Look what happened to Sue.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Poor Sue.
Poor Sue.
Ugh.
But yeah, I honestly think Barbie's going to have legs too.
Really?
Not just as a pun about the doll.
Or Margot. Margot. I keep saying that I think Oppenheimer and Mission Impossible are going to have legs. More legs. I think they will. And I think I said Barbie's going to have 3 to 5 weeks, but as I even said it, I was kind of like, I don't know. It's already doing this well,
I figure we got Barbie. Well, what's the date today? 25th. It just came out last week. Yeah, Barbie will probably be out of the theater maybe weekend before Labor Day? Probably. Maybe the week before that.
Yeah.
But I think she's got the rest of this month and most of August solid, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Before she dips out. But I do think you're right. I think Oppenheimer and Mission Impossible are going to be right along with them. Is there anything of any significance coming out other than Blue Beetle in that time period?
Let me...
Because I'll be honest, I only know about it because I only really follow the nerdy cinema and like shit that gets talked about a lot, like Barbie and Oppenheimer. Because, I had to talk about Barbie on my nerdy stream on Saturday just because those numbers were so fucking insane. Like phenomenons get talked about. I don't care.
Yeah. Let's look at them. This week. Oh, look, all July. Let's do that. Oppenheimer. Haunted Mansion's coming out. Yeah, I'm going to see that this Thursday. That's not that big, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's just the newest one based on the Disney ride, right?
Yes.
Okay. Excuse me.
July. What? Where are we at? 23rd, 25th? Okay.
Yeah, that's today.
That's all VOD.
It's yesterday for me now, as of 6 minutes ago.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't care, though.
Well, this is coming out day for you. You now have access to After the Bite on HBO Max or Max. A Netflix movie. 2. Sympathy for the Devil. That's gonna be a decent horror movie. You know what I mean? I'm baked. Haunted Mansion. There we go. So that's this coming weekend.
Okay.
Oh, and that's it. So now August.
Yeah.
So yeah, not much for the rest of this month. I Am Rage. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles next week.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah. I might go see that one in the theater. I like me some Turtles, and I've been hearing good things about it on the interwebs.
I don't have high expectations, but I hope it's good. You know?
What was I watching or listening to? Oh yeah, I was listening to the Geek Buddies over on Roka's channel.
Meg 2.
And they all, huh?
Meg 2, but that's not
Meg.
big.
Yeah, but I was listening to the Geek Buddies over on Roka's channel, and they were doing their Comic-Con recap and shit. And I guess one of them in one of the panels got to watch like the first 20 minutes or something of the Turtles, and he said it was really, really, really good.
Well, that's good. That's good to hear. You see this?
What is that? Oh, I'm on my phone screen, bro. Read it.
Oh shit! August 5th, The Sandman. This is the series on Netflix, but season 2. I had no idea
okay.
that quick. Holy shit!
That's wild.
No way. That's exciting.
That one's on my list, but I haven't gotten to it yet.
You haven't seen it? Season
No.
1. Season 1 really...
I've got so much shit on my Netflix list, dude. It's insane.
Oh no, I feel you. It's there's too much. Hey, there we go. There's something. There's Last Voyage of the Demeter, which is a horror.
Oh yeah, that's a Dracula movie. It just takes place on the ship between Transylvania and England.
Yeah, that trailer looks fun.
Yeah, that Gran Turismo movie too.
Yes,
with the
Gran
kid.
Turismo on August 11th.
Okay,
that'll be a good weekend.
Yeah, that one's got a little bit of something to it. And then Blue Beetle's the following weekend.
Yeah, August 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, 18th. There we go.
Yep.
What? Are they doing another version of Old Boy?
I have no idea what the fuck that even is.
Oh, no, that's just a re-release, I guess. Hell yeah. Old Boy's great.
All right, so we get the middle 2 weekends in August. We get a little something. That's cool.
Hey, we get Strays and Blue Beetle. Hell yeah.
And then 5 days after Blue Beetle, we get Ahsoka.
Hell yeah. Monkey King on Netflix. That looked all right. Hell yes. Okay. August 22. Ahsoka 23rd. Perfect.
Yep.
In theaters, The Hill, White Bird, Golda. Well, I'll probably see
that's gonna be a slow weekend.
I'll go see them, but I gotta go see things for the sake of it. And then that One Piece thing comes out August.
Okay.
And then we're looking until The Creator, right? And that's September 29th. So we want to.
Yeah,
Equalizer 3.
Oh, sick!
I don't think I've seen it still though.
Oh, it's good. The wife's gonna want to go see that one. She loves The Equalizer.
Hey, it's good. It's anything Denzel. I
fucking love Denzel so much. I've been a fan of his since Glory. That was the first thing I ever saw him in was Glory.
Has he ever been in a bad movie? Has he ever done a bad performance? I don't think so.
I think he's been in not so great movies, but he himself has always been the shizzle.
But he hasn't been in like a bad movie, right? Like he's been in like some not so great ones, but like
I don't think he's ever been in anything that you could call a bomb.
Yeah. Some
like a couple of them here and there may have underperformed, but I don't think anything ever actually flopped. I'd have to go through his fucking filmography, and that's extensive, and I don't want to.
Yeah, I can't think of it off the top of my head or anything else.
I mean, I'd be willing to bet a reasonable amount of money on his track record, though.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, Hey, but weekend 2 of September.
Yeah, what do we got?
The Nun 2, My
Ooh.
Big Fat Greek Wedding 3. So a couple of sequels and stuff. What the hell is that? Aristotle and Dante discover the secrets of the universe. I don't know what that
Was that an indie film?
It says in theaters, and it usually says limited for indie. But
Yeah.
there's Poor Things, which is supposed to be a bigger film, but I think that just got delayed till December this
Ooh.
morning. I might be wrong. I believe. Weekend after that, okay, Haunting in Venice. Hell yeah, I'm excited for that. I just love Agatha Christie shit. So anything and Kenneth Branagh, I just like the way he directs stuff. Does that mean I'm living in the future? Yes, you and Aaron are both in the future now.
Yes.
It's kind of cool. Yeah, there's not much else. Hey, okay. September 22nd, so the weekend before The Creator comes out.
Yeah.
There's Drive Away Dolls, which is that Matt Damon movie, which looks all right. It sounds cool, at least. Expendables 4, though.
Oh my.
That's another one that I'm
I might have to go see that shit just for fun.
See, I'm a sucker for him. The third one, bad. But the first two, I enjoy. They're going back to rated. Oh, is it not rated R? Are you shitting me?
What? Come on. Maybe I won't.
Yeah.
How can you make an Expendables that's only PG-13? That's fucking lame, bro.
Oh, it's not rated.
Oh.
Hey. Okay. That's okay. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah,
Hey.
seriously, if it's not rated R, that's just dumb.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah,
Gen
what?
V, the new Boys series comes out the same day as The Creator.
Oh yeah. Oh, that is the same day. Okay, cool. That's dope.
Nice.
Hey, did you see the trailer for that shit?
Yeah, I just saw it. I was not expecting much, actually, and I was very happily surprised.
That trailer was sick, bro.
That was pretty fucking cool. They literally have a bloodbender. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm in. They got me.
And as a preacher's kid, I noticed it was semi-stigmata-like too.
Yeah?
Blood whips.
That's going to be cool.
Yeah. When I first heard they were doing a spinoff, I was a little sus. You know, I'm like, I don't know. But if it lives up to the trailer, fuck yeah. That'll be a good thing to tide me over till season 4, because damn it, I am so ready for season 4, and I still don't know when the fuck it's coming out. Because nobody knows when the fuck it's coming out.
Yeah. Have they even filmed it? I have no idea. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if they've done that much, now that you mention it.
Hold up. Let's IMDb Pro this thing.
Okay, yeah.
They have the fancy one sometimes. When they're not charging you for it. What movie again?
Expendables 4? Or no? We already knew that one.
Yeah.
Hold on.
This is my one brain fart for the stream, and it's not good. Uh-oh. That time.
Chat, we need help. We need help bad.
David, SOS.
Fuck me running. This is so embarrassing right now. I'm glad
I know that's bad.
I'm glad we're running late. Because what the fuck?
It was something. It wasn't The Creator. It was
No.
was it The Boys?
The Boys, yes, The Boys season 4.
Thank you, David. That was bad.
Thank you.
Oh shit. News. No details. Boys season 4. Nope. Why can't I do that shit? Oh, production status. There we go. Let me see if I can do that.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, shit. Where'd it go?
I'm in love with Mary Jane.
Film. Okay. No shit.
What? What do we got? What do you got?
When the hell did season 3 come out?
Like year before last or last year?
It was 2 years ago.
I feel like it was, yeah, like late 21 or very early.
Started filming August 17th, 2022.
Okay.
Well, let me see what the last episode was. Oh, there's not a production status on here.
Well, fuck.
Is there one for the 7th episode? What the hell?
Excuse me.
No, you're good. Yeah, no, I don't see anything.
See?
That might just be. I don't know if they just put it on one thing or what, but I'm hoping if they filmed the first episode in August of 17th of last year, that's plenty of time to film it. Reshoot things if you need to. I'm hoping it's like deep into post-production by now, if not already finished.
Yeah. Well, that means we might get an announcement this fall, and hopefully it'll come out like spring of next year. Because I think season 3 debuted in the spring, didn't it? Like Marchish.
Yeah, that sounds right. I'm not positive, but I think it sounds right. This says The Boys Season 4 streaming release dates anticipated for early 2024. We know that The Boys Season 4 is wrap production. The cast shared a bunch of bloody photos on social media teasing a violent finale. This could mean a late 2023 release is possible. Por favor, please. Hey, there we go. Yep. I think I just read the same thing. I just read it off of Google.
Nice. All right, cool. Well, how many episodes is Gen V? Let's speculate.
I think it'll be 8. That's what they always do, right?
Frequently. I think the Boys was 10, wasn't it? Or were they only 8?
Well, that I can just check the Prime app with.
Well, who cares how many episodes The Boys is? How many episodes is Gen V going to be? See if it tells you that.
It's just 8.
8? Okay.
I'm gonna guess it's 8. I'm just gonna guess.
All right. Well, just for the sake of speculation, we'll say 8. So that puts it pretty much being done right around Thanksgiving, depending on how late November Thanksgiving is. It'll either be around Thanksgiving or the week after.
Hey, that'd be great.
So that means we could get The Boys for Christmas.
Ooh.
Because I don't think they literally like end Gen V one week and then drop The Boys the next week. They're gonna put some cushion in there.
Yeah, they have no need to do that.
So
when they're not.
So yeah, I figured probably Christmas would be ideal, and that'd probably also be the earliest. Yeah, depending on what else Amazon has going on, yeah, I think probably Christmas to mid-March.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be Christmas at the earliest, just because Invincible season 2 comes out November 4th. They're not gonna let those things compete either. Which, did you see the Adam Eve thing?
I've heard about it. I haven't seen it, but I didn't watch Invincible season 1 either. So
really,
yeah,
it's great,
dude. I know. Like I said, I'm so far behind on everything. I can like, I think about the shit I need to watch, and then I don't fucking watch it, and then I think about the shit I want to deal with on my channel, and then I don't fucking do that. It's just like I get overwhelmed very easily. So if I don't catch something in the exact right frame of mind, I just look at it, and even if it's really not enormous, it feels enormous, and then I'm like, yeah. So it's one of my more annoying complications of my mentals.
No, all this shit's overwhelming as a motherfucker. It's a lot, but it's fun. It's fun.
Very fun.
You know, and it's good to be uncomfortable and to do this stuff all the time. You know, it's good to test the self. You know.
Excuse me. Yes, that is true.
Yeah. You know, I
think I'm gonna test my fortitude with another doobie.
Hey, that ain't a bad idea. I might have to start moving here in a minute. What are your thoughts? Wheel of Time season 2 released in September. I didn't see the first one.
Yeah,
I haven't read the books either.
I
should.
Yeah, I got nothing. I'm sorry, Dave. I got nothing on this one, man.
I've heard good things and bad things about it. I think I've heard more good things about it than bad things. I think if I remember,
is that on Netflix or something?
No, it's Prime.
It's another Prime show. Okay.
Mm-hmm. It was their dip into fantasy before Rings of Power.
Oh, okay. Speaking of Prime, I'm behind on fucking Sidetrack videos. There's like Stargate shit I don't know about yet. It needs to get caught up. What?
I'm trying to think.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, is this like the bad news or the you can't remember shit
Yep. So okay, from today, I think we got a confirmed price per episode of like 3 to 5 million. So not as high as we expected. But every single show occasionally or every single show that's run on Prime tends to run low in what they expect it to be and then goes higher. You know, they tend to run pricey.
That's for a 10-episode season?
Yeah.
So they're hoping to get it done for 30 to 50.
Yes. Which I'd hope for like 50 to 70. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't got to go. You don't got to go whole hog and go full 9 digits on the shit. That's not necessary. But yeah. I mean, I would definitely prefer, even if they stay in that range, for them to hit like literally the upper limit of that range for sure.
Por favor, yeah, please.
Yeah. Are they still looking at cinematic feature first? Has that changed? Do you recall?
Yes,
they are.
Okay. Sort of, kind of. Yes.
Yeah. Well, we need to get these strikes over so we can start getting rumors again for casting and shit.
Well, damn right. I want them to go ahead and get going. It sounds like they were going to announce at San Diego Comic-Con, but
yep.
Yeah, can't announce. Shite.
Yeah. Dink.
Shite. Well, I'm baked as hell. It's 1:49. It's not 1:49. We've been going for an hour 49 minutes, so we've hit a solid stream. I thought this was going to be like a 30-45 minute stream. Thank you for popping on because it helped to go along a lot longer.
Hey man, anytime.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, feel free to pop in on a Saturday, man. I know it's like in the middle of the evening in Cali for you, but
Well,
And
no,
you're
when I'm not doing things because I try not to go out and go be crazy all the time. This past weekend was an exception to that. You could see my hungover self on this Sunday sidetrack video. I was just like half brain dead for the video. It was bad, but I made it work. I brought some good things in at the end, I think, but it took me a solid 45 minutes just to get the brain like functioning. Oh Lord, it was crazy. I think Stormy started talking science. I'm like, okay, I'm back. Fucking A. But no, usually I try to keep a chill Saturday. But it was a birthday that I had to party for this weekend.
Oh, I mean, dude, no, I feel that. Totally feel that. But yeah, because just like tonight, it's going to be slow, so I could probably use the help myself. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, yeah, man. But hell, thank you again, man. Let me my spiel. I never like doing the spiel, but I got to do the spiel. Is like,
We all gotta
subscribe,
do the spiel.
hit the bell.
Do it.
There's a Patreon in the description. There's also a Wooger affiliate link. Oh my god. So yeah,
I've been thinking about starting. I've been thinking about starting a Patreon.
See, I've had it just kind of in the background for a long time. I want to do this thing. I've had a plan for it for a little while called Wooger Watches, and it's just like reaction stuff. But I want to, since you can just react to the entire like film on Patreon and have like that full like feature length thing on there. I want to put the full videos on there, and then do like an edited fun little video and put it on MCubed. But the Wooger is like, it's a vest, and it's like it's haptic feedback. So like you're running along with, if Tom Cruise is jumping off of a cliff in a movie, you're gonna feel that with him. It's gonna feel like that. Or his heartbeat will do extra, and you'll feel his heartbeat or something like that if they play that on the screen and something like that. So it's just fun. It really enhances like everything. It's like seeing a 40x film without like the moving around shit. It's fun. Sounds fun. And I want to get that going. I've got a buddy of mine that I'm going to show a bunch of stuff. He's from Singapore and just hasn't seen like anything. So I'm just like, test bunny, here you go.
Right.
And he's like, okay, I'm in. I'm down to watch a bunch of movies and TV. He's like, never opposed.
Right.
So yeah, so we're gonna try to get that going here soon, which will be fun.
Cool.
But yeah, just because I want to do something like for Patreon in a way,
Yeah.
Because I'd still like to do the YouTube memberships if I ever get monetizable, or when I get monetizable. That's what it manifests that shit, when I get monetizable.
Yeah.
And still like bring something of value to two different things,
Yeah. May our tracks run similarly, because they kind of are right now.
Yes, that's and it's we can do it. We're not far off. We're there.
Yeah. It's gonna be the watch. It's gonna be the watch hours. That's what's gonna be the bitch.
Yeah, that's 1,000% the bitch. Yep, or 3,000% the bitch.
Exactly, because we still gotta get 3, even for only having half the subscribers. I mean, they cut the subscriber count by 50% and the watch hours by 25.
Yeah,
I honestly almost kind of would prefer if they'd have flipped that and made it only 2,500 watch hours and like 75 subs or some shit, or 750. I kind of would almost prefer that flip.
That'd be nice. Because the
in percentages.
But when you get to, I guess, that 500 range, you're getting a more consistent reach, I guess, because they're now you're that close to eligible, right? I would assume.
Yeah.
They'd help push it out.
YouTube's fucking weird. Who the hell knows how they're gonna do anything?
That's true. I'm just guesstimating. That's all I can do.
This is like, I just love streaming and shit, and this is like the best place to do it for like what I want to do, because I don't game. I have no business being on Twitch.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't get much.
yapper. YouTube is for yappers, and I'm a yapper.
Damn right. It's fun to be a yapper. We got it. You know. Speaking of yapping, we made it 1:55. Hour 55. It's beautiful.
From my territory now.
Yes, sir. We've been hitting like 2.5 hour streams sometimes. It's been fun.
Yeah.
It's just like in the daytime now too.
Yeah, no, I've seen that. That's pretty sweet.
I've been enjoying it. Yeah.
You got another guy on tomorrow, right? Or today?
Tomorrow. Yeah, I've got a buddy of mine that owns a couple of theaters. He rents out a couple of theaters as well, or a theater. He's got 3 at the moment. But he's like a SAG-AFTRA actor. His wife is as well. They produce plays, own theaters, you know. But he also just went to San Diego Comic-Con. So he's going to talk about, like, because I got questions about, like, obviously you're picketing, and there are picketers and strikers at Comic-Con. I don't think there were a whole bunch. But, like, what did you have to, like, get a special permission to go over the line, or did you have to ask permission? Was it like a fine line for something that you had to sneak in the back or some shit? Like, what was it? You know,
that is wild. Now that you think about it,
yeah. Because and I don't want to put him in trouble if he has to answer in a bad way. You know, so I'll stop asking if that's the case, of course. But
yeah,
I don't.
He'll just be like, yeah, that's and you'll be like, cool.
Yeah, I think we'll have a little technical thing, and that's just one question. I still have a bunch of questions that we didn't get to last week with Chambers, so we might ask a few more for Greg because he'll give us a different perspective from an actor.
Cool.
It's kind of cool. I need to think of the questions I have to include. Like on Wednesday just seems like a good day.
Oh, for sure. I'll be dashing at that point in time, but I'll for sure have that motherfucker on.
Hell yeah.
Throw a comment or two in at a stoplight or at a gas station or some shit.
All the above. Damn right. All right, somebody just said something. Will you get anyone on from the Dark Side Studios? Who? That's what I'm trying to think. There's not many out in Los Angeles, and none that are like professional that I know that particularly that would like to talk about it from that side because they could get their job screwed over at the moment, you know. So there's not much of the dissent.
I mean, that and like most of the people that you'd want to talk to about that are frankly above our pay grade.
Way above, yeah.
Yeah, you're like you're unless you're like a cable outlet, you ain't talking to those motherfuckers.
That's true. Yeah, I don't know enough fancy people for that. I know some fancy people, but low not that high of fancy people either. Low grade fancy people.
I mean, if I could find a low grade motherfucker, I'd have him on. I'd love to.
You know,
I can speculate a steelman argument if I really wanted to, but I definitely don't want to right now. It's impossible right now.
Somebody that I want to have on that I don't really have a reason to have on, and there's no reason for him to come on at all. He's just a cool motherfucker. Do you know Bill Engvall, the comedian?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, my dad is good friends with him. He went to college with him and stuff. So he stayed at our house before. We almost had dinner with Larry the Cable Guy and Jeff Foxworthy. They were going to stay at our house too, but they had a fancy jet, so they took a different thing. So
I am so jelly right now, dude. It's not even fun.
I wish that would have been the coolest thing. I was like in 8th grade. It would have been amazing. But
yeah, no, Ingvall's great.
For some reason, I just don't have a reason to ask a retired comedian to come hop on, you know?
Oh, he retired?
Yeah, he retired earlier this year, I think.
Oh, no shit. He's not going on the road anymore?
He hit like 40 years, one or the other, of touring, and was just like, here's your sign, and took it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, good on him, though. The dude's been he's been grinding. He's for sure been grinding.
I'd like for him to do a little more acting. He could do some silly, fun acting, Delta farce type of stuff, just for shits and
Yeah.
giggles. But I like him. I think he could do a little more, not super serious, but like fun little family sitcom type shit. You remember
Oh,
the
yeah.
Billy show? He didn't discover, but he was one of the driving forces that got Jennifer Lawrence to stardom.
Oh, nice.
She played his daughter on the Bill Engvall show. Yeah.
Fuck. I never watched that show. I know it was around, but I just never watched it. I didn't realize Jennifer Lawrence played his daughter. That's fucking
I
wild.
haven't watched much of it, but yeah, she's in it. She's good. You can see the talent from early on, Miss J Law.
Nice. I still got to watch that most recent flick of hers.
No Hard Feelings?
Yeah, that one.
It's great. You and your wife could both watch it. Rom-com of that. It's great.
Nice.
It's just
I ain't ashamed to say I enjoy like the right kind of rom-com, like
exactly.
the formulaic ones. I can give or take that. Like the Hugh Grant arc, I never was a big fan of Hugh Grant. You remember that whole '90s stretch that he had?
Yeah. McConaughey. I don't like McConaughey.
McConaughey made some great rom-coms.
He did, but I don't like most of them, honestly. I just get tired. But then you get Lincoln Lawyer, you get Mud, you get Dallas Buyers Club, and just it's great. You know. Oh, wait, what David say? That contract offer on Vanity.com seems fair to me. That was from the studios. I didn't see it.
Vanity or Variety?
I don't know. I will Google it after though. Vanity and Variety, just for the sake of it.
Yeah.
Because I'm intrigued, and you know, and it's a good thing to ask questions from the other side.
For sure.
I won't ask them in a way that's gonna probably hurt my job opportunities down the road, but I like to ask hard questions, you know. Hard-ish. We'll call them hard-ish.
I mean, the best thing you can do is inform yourself as well as you can.
That's true. That's true. You gotta get every perspective, all the context, etc.
That and I'm a Libra, so like my brain goes there whether I want it to or fucking not.
I'm a street sign. Stop. Okay, I saw that on like a Instagram reel, and I've been wanting to say that since someone said that. Since they gave a sign, I've been wanting to say that for like 2 weeks.
Great, I'm the one that set that up for you. Yay me!
Thank you. It was very rewarding. You know, I've been waiting for like half a month.
My pleasure.
Thank you. But I'm an Aquarius, so I guess that means I'm just a crazy independent motherfucker that just does crazy shit all the time. I think that's what I get from it. Could be Variety. I sent you an email last week. Oh, okay. I got you. But booyah. We've hit 2 hours, 3.5 minutes. Beautiful. Once again, you know my spiel. Like, subscribe, share it to all your people. All that good stuff. But we're going to roll that intro/outro.